World leaders who have rejected the globalist agenda are speaking out and warning European nations of the dire consequences of their immigration policies. The leader of Japan's minor conservative party warned that once immigration reaches a certain level, it can never go back, like what has happened in Europe.
やっぱり移民問題ですね。もう移民問題というのはね、これもうもしかしたら、今日本が抱えている多くの問題の中で一番大きな問題かなと思いますね。というのは、移民問題というのは私、これ方々で言ってますけど、ある一定量移民が増えて、ある一線を超えるとですね、もうね、二度と元に戻らないんですよ、日本という国は。はい。日本社会、日本文化が変容してしまえば、もうこれはね、あとどんな政策をもってしても、もう二度と元に戻すことはできません。それは何でかと言ったら、理論的に考えるよりも、これ機能法的に考えて、例えばヨーロッパを見ると一目瞭然ですからね。今ヨーロッパのいくつかの国はですね、なんとか元に戻そうと思って、もうすごい必死になっていろんなことをやってますけど、無理ですね。はい。もう我々が知ってたヨーロッパにはもう戻らないですね。
Belgian Prime Minister Bart de Wever also blasted Europe's immigration crisis, saying the wrong kinds of immigrants were being welcomed.
I was a sharp critic of what Europe was doing. On immigration, I think Europe was foolish. We attracted the wrong kind of immigrants. We need immigrants, but we need to attract the right kind of immigrants, active immigrants that can reinforce our labor market. But our main specialty is attracting immigrants that are actually weighing on the social system, and our citizens see this, and this has fueled the extreme right. I predicted when Merkel said we're schaffen das,
that
we
always
will
happens.
see now a surge of racism and extreme right in Europe, and it happens. Even in Germany, it happened. A country that we thought would be, for historical reasons, immune, even there it happened. It all came true.
Yeah, guys, that always happens. Like, listen, like if you were confused why there's like a brand new, I don't know, a reignited, group of people, let's just say this year, right? Out of nowhere, it's because the left has pushed a little bit too hard, right? The same thing, guys. I mean, and if the right was to kind of take over and be at the top of their game full time, let's just say this year, the same thing would happen on the other side. There's always a push and pull kind of throughout everywhere. And when it comes to Spain specifically, again, I live half a year in Spain. It is very, very much so, very, very, very lefty, right? Like it just is that. That's what it is here. There's really not ever, I think, going to be a difference here. Not anytime soon. It just is what it is in the context of this here, guys, right? So will there potentially be, a gigantic movement from the right that comes in immediately after seeing all of this absolute shenanigans happening? Yes. And it's going to come with an absolute force here, guys. It's going to be wild. I think we all pretty much know that that's going to be a thing that exists here. You're going to push people so hard, logically, emotionally, socially, let's just say this here, that they are going to run to the opposite side of things here, guys. All right? Like, what did you think was going to happen when you decided that was going to be a good thing for the people? Now, when a guy just basically pointed out here, the wrong type of immigrant, listen, I understand exactly what you're saying here. All right. If you are attracting people because of your overall entitlements that you're offering to the population, I get it. Right. Of course, some of the poorest people around the planet are going to come flocking to your area because you are, in fact, offering all of these amazing entitlements that they have never seen in their entire life, guys. Right? It sounds terrible, definitely, in fact, but what's wrong with the statement? Is it a lie? Like, is it a lie? I think that's the question here. Is the statement that he just made here specifically a lie? You're not attracting the people that have the income specifically to be able to kind of push your country forward, but instead you're attracting the people who, in a sense, will just be a drain on your society due to them exclusively, taking the entitlements.
President Trump also gave Europe a chilling warning, saying parts of Europe are not recognizable thanks to the lax immigration policy.
Has been doing so much for Ukraine, but it hasn't been enough. And obviously that I would say that President Putin is not afraid of Europe. He's afraid of the United States of America, as led by me. There's no fear of Europe. Europe's fallen behind, and Europe, and JD said it very strongly. I don't know. He took a lot of heat, but I didn't give him any heat. Europe is a different place. Europe is changing. Europe has got to get its act together. I love Europe. I guess I came from Europe, essentially. I My roots are in Europe, but Europe is a different place. They have to get their act together. Now they have a great NATO leader, and they've gone up to 5% from 2% GDP. That's a big step. But they have to be very careful with their immigration policy, and they have to be because, I will just say, to be nice, that there are certain places in Europe that are very important that are no longer recognizable. I'm being very nice. I'm being very diplomatic when I say that they are not recognizable.
The warnings come in light of the shocking news that Spain will grant 500,000 illegal aliens legal status to live and work. This became a reality over recent days when hundreds of men lined up outside of the Pakistani consulate waiting to get their paperwork sorted to become eligible.
Spain has announced it will grant legal residency to 500,000 undocumented migrants, and the impact could be seen immediately. In Barcelona, hundreds lined up outside the Pakistani consulate, hoping to secure the paperwork needed to apply.
There will be a lot of difference, like I can travel to my home country and meet my parents and work here legally so I can pay my tax, and further I can apply for my permanent residence.
Dutch Conservative politician Geert Wilders
God, guys.
reposted the footage with this caption: "This is suicide." But the Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez is not budging.
This man
his
will not.
strategy is empty.
Understand this here, bro. He spent, Pedro Sanchez specifically, has spent a gigantic amount of time in New York City.
Pathetic.
Yes, my country has offered a path to regulate 500,000 undocumented migrants. 500,000 people we live with every day. At the market, on the bus, at our children's school, people who care for our parents, work in the fields, who have built hand in hand with us the progress of our country. People who were already here, already part of our lives. Some say we've gone too far.
You have.
That we're going against the current. But I would like to ask you, when did recognizing rights become something radical?
Yeah,
when did
okay.
empathy become something exceptional?
Empathy.
Spain
Got it.
is above all a welcoming country, and this is the path we choose: dignity, community, and justice.
Okay, listen. First of all, let me start off by saying this here. I absolutely love living in Spain. Okay, just understand this here. I love it. But I want to go ahead and say this man right here, what he just did right here, is just basically gave the country of Spain, the kingdom of Spain specifically, right, to Vox. Vox would be, how do I explain that? What is Vox? Vox is like the extreme right. All right. And they have basically been getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as of lately, let's say, kind of because of what has been going on in Europe. The last thing you needed to do was basically give the kingdom of Spain, all right, back to the people, all right, who specifically worship Spain's dictator. All right, Franco, meaning the best friend of the mustache man. Okay, just understand what you just did when you did this. All right, they're getting bigger, they're getting more popular. Okay, and a lot of this is coming and being spurred specifically by this gigantic push of countries infiltrating their country. Right? Or people from other countries infiltrating their country and not actually caring about the local customs, the local norms, their local holidays, everything that has basically kept Spain since, the Moors ran it in the 1200s and 1100s, guys. Okay. We're talking about the things that kept Spain where it is and what it is. This is the same country that facilitated Columbus, basically. You get what I'm saying here, guys? That's what you just did. Congratulations. You're an imbecile. All right. You gave the country to the people. Okay. That absolutely do not have the best interest of the country at all. All right. They do not. They really do not have the best interest. Let's just be completely honest here. They don't. But that's what you did by doing this. You gave them all the ammunition that was basically needed, period. All right. That's it. All right. You're some of the worst people on this entire planet. You gave it to the Franco supporters, bro. But all right, that's where we are. That's my opinion here, guys. I mean, I'm not a super fan of this here. I think this is absolutely idiotic. Spain is moderately safe. So I'm not saying that the people that are coming there are committing any type of like crimes and things like this. The problem, specifically in Spain, is going to be the assimilation. Again, depending on where they are in Spain, obviously. I mean, if you're in Barcelona, bro, have fun. But like, if you want to go ahead and do that, like lock them in Catalonia, and because who cares? It's Barcelona. If that makes any sense, right? Do your thing, do your thing out there, right? But keep the rest of Spain kind of Spain. Like, so when people say, I want to go to Spain, for the first time in my life, and I want to travel there, I say, stay away from places that you immediately know, if that makes any sense. Like if you've heard of Barcelona, don't go there. It's terrible. And that's not even Spain. Let's just be honest here. Don't go to, I want to go to Madrid. Don't go to Madrid. Madrid doesn't even feel like Spain. It kind of feels like not Spain. Let's just say this here. Guys, do you want to watch movies with me? I never actually thought to like promote it over here, guys. But if you guys do want to watch it, guys, we have hundreds of movies. And I mean, hundreds of movies that we've reacted to. You guys can come watch them with me if you want to, along with many TV shows. Currently, we're working on the show Dexter, along with Vikings. And we have a lot of series that are already completed. But if you guys do want to watch it with me, the link is in the description. Everything's available at the second tier. But of course, if that's not your thing, guys, don't worry, right? Listen, like and subscribe.